What is up, Rams fans? This is the Rams Skinny. I am Skinny T, Ryan Anderson. I wanted to take some time and talk about the 2023 Rams opponents and how their off seasons have gone so far. I want to talk about their draft outlook, free agency, coaching changes, and quarterback changes. All that coming up. The Rams are slated to play against several teams that have questions at quarterback. The 49ers, the Ravens, the Steelers, the Commanders, the Packers, the Saints, and the Colts are those teams. Obviously, with the Packers, you got Aaron Rodgers off to New York. That means Jordan Love is taking over there. In Baltimore, Lamar Jackson has requested a trade. That means Tyler Huntley is taking over for him. On the other side of the coin, you've got the 49ers with two starting quarterbacks on the roster, both of which have been hurt recently. Trey Lance went out, and Brock Purdy took the team to the playoffs, but then was hurt in the playoffs against the Eagles, meaning there will be a quarterback competition heading into the 2023 season for the 49ers. They also signed Sam Darnold, so that will be interesting to watch play out. The other teams on that list have less concerns, but more questions. The Colts will probably draft a quarterback, but Gardner Minshew and Nick Foles are both on their roster. The Steelers and the Commanders are heading into the season with a pair of sophomore quarterbacks. Steelers will go in with Kenny Pickett, and the Commanders with Sam Howell, but they also signed Jacoby Brissett. The Saints signed Derek Carr, which will be the 7th starting quarterback for the Saints since Drew Brees' retirement. So those are the teams that have questions at quarterback that the Rams will play in the 2023 season. The Rams will play some teams with some very interesting draft outlooks for 2023. The Cardinals and the Colts have the highest picks among Rams opponents. The Cardinals pick 3rd and the Colts pick 4th. The Colts will probably take a quarterback at that position, and the Cardinals will probably go for defense, I'm guessing edge defender. The Colts could also use that pick to go after Lamar Jackson, though. The Eagles and Seahawks both have first-rounders. The Seahawks actually have 5 picks in the top 100, and they've had a lot of success last season in drafting. 6 of their 9 draft picks played significant amount in the 2022 season. The Eagles lost a lot in free agency, but now they have a chance to sign 2 first-rounders to replace them. It'll be interesting to see which way they go. The 49ers and the Browns, on the other hand, they don't have picks in the first round. The Browns will pick first at 74, and the 49ers' first pick is number 99. There are 3 teams that the Rams face that have made some interesting moves in free agency so far. The first one I want to talk about is the 49ers and the amount of pieces that they have lost off of that very good defense from last year. Emmanuel Mosley, Hassan Ridgeway, Jimmy Ward, Samson Ebukam, Charles Omenihu, and Azeez Al-Shaair, all gone from that roster. Those guys played tons of snaps and were very effective on that defense. They did add a few players to address the defense. Javon Hargrave comes over from the Eagles, and Cleveland Farrell joins to add to that edge pressure. On the other hand, the Seattle Seahawks have just added players to their defense. Bobby Wagner will rejoin that roster. Draymond Jones and Jaron Reed will go on to the defensive line, and Julian Love will be in the defensive backfield. All good moves in my opinion. Dallas Cowboys have added Stephon Gilmore and Brandon Cooks. What's interesting about those signings is they both will help younger emerging Cowboys become much better football players. Stephon Gilmore is going to help Trevon Diggs along the way, and Brandon Cooks will help CeeDee Lamb become a better and more productive receiver. They also re-signed Leighton Vander Esch and Tony Pollard, both big pieces along the defense and the offense. They also cut Ezekiel Elliott. It was probably the right time to do that, but it's a big name nonetheless. Thanks for tuning in to the Rams Skinny with Skinny T. I wrote an article all about these off-season opponents and a lot more than I mentioned in these videos. Check that out.